Ladies and gentlemen, dear entrepreneurs, dear colleagues of the public administration, nature is a vital ally in our fight against biodiversity loss and climate change, but also quite simple, the foundation of our existence. Now, science tells us very loud and clear that we only have a brief, rapidly closing window to secure a livable future. And this calls for urgent actions to restore degraded ecosystems, notably wetlands and rivers, forests and agricultural ecosystems, and mitigate the impacts of climate change. Now, investing in nature protection and restoration is the most profitable investment in our future. It also makes sense economically. For every €1 spent on restoration, we will get back a value of at least €8 in benefits from the many services a healthy ecosystem can provide, but only if it is healthy. So industry and companies rely on genes, species, and ecosystem services. These are critical inputs for production. And over half of global GDP depends on nature and the services it provides, healthy nature. And 3 economic sectors are in particular highly dependent on nature: construction, agriculture, and food and drinks. So all very important ones. So biodiversity conservation has enormous direct and indirect economic benefits for many sectors. Natural capital investments are among the 5 most important fiscal recovery policies, which offer high economic yields and positive climate impacts. Our recent environmental implementation review, however, shows that we fall short of significant investments to support nature, biodiversity, and green infrastructure. And the cost of restoration can, however, be borne by further harnessing national, public, and private funds, and from corporate engagement and financing. So to meet the needs of our biodiversity strategy to 2030, at least €20 billion per year should be unlocked for spending on nature. And this will require mobilizing both public and private funding at national and EU level. And a significant proportion of the EU budget is already dedicated to climate action, that's 30%. And that will be invested also in biodiversity and nature-based solutions. In fact, for biodiversity, we are going from 7.5% as of 2024 to 10% in spending in 2026 and 2027. And we have another funding source. Under InvestEU, we have established a dedicated natural capital and circular economy initiative to mobilize at least 10 billion over the next 10 years, based on public-private blended financing. So, and then we have also the EU Sustainable Finance Taxonomy. This also helps to guide investments towards a green recovery and the deployment of nature-based solutions. But of course, we all know the transition from grant support to access to funding in full market terms is a very difficult path. We are not saying that's easy. And that's exactly where the new green advisory services for sustainable investment support, we call it the Green Assist, comes in. It will support project development upstream in terms of facilitation, capacity building, and technical assistance, as well as in the pre-investment phase, and then also in the project design. Green Assist is funded through the LIFE program, and Green Assist aims at building up a pipeline for green investment projects that have a high impact on environmental priorities. More specifically, it will focus on key environmental sectors. What are these? Protection and enhancement of natural capital, transition to circular economy, but also very much in water and air. But it's also on improving the greening and the integration of environmental considerations into other non-environmental sectors. Think about transport, energy, or infrastructures. So under Green Assist, private and public project promoters, financial institutions, or other project partners will have access to customized, demand-based advisory services. Green Assist is managed by CINEA, that's an executive agency of the Commission under the supervision of DG Environment. And its director, Dirk Beckers, will present Green Assist in much more detail to you after I've spoken. But it is my sincere hope that you, the green entrepreneurs, will find use for Green Assist services and leverage it to your advantage and the planet's advantage. Thank you very much.